Running in an event like the steeplechase encompasses many aspects of motor behavior. In the 3,000-meter steeplechase in track and field, there are a total of 35 barriers, including 28 hurdles and 7 water jumps. In an event like this, individuals must possess a great amount of athleticism. It tends to appeal more to the athlete who likes a challenge and who has a bit more coordination than the average distance runner. Good steeplechasers typically possess a blend of both speed and endurance. Through both external and internal feedback, the steeplechasers can learn to successfully clear the water barrier and run a more fast and efficient race. The single most important characteristic for a successful water jump is an appropriate approach velocity. It must be great enough to effectively complete the water jump. Without this, the jump will be short and the runner will lose a lot of time and energy every lap. A good amount of coordination and confidence is important to get over the water barrier successfully. External feedback from a coach or watching yourself perform the water jump can be helpful to better understand how to improve your motor performance. About 12 steps before the barrier, you should start mentally preparing yourself to tackle the hurdle before you. Taking off too near or too far away will force you to use excess energy or slow you down. Accelerate slightly toward the barrier while maintaining control. With practice, your body will learn to adjust steps naturally to put you in a good position for hurdling. As a steeplechaser, you cannot be afraid or nervous going over the barriers. Hesitation can slow you down, or worse, cause a fall. When first learning to navigate the barriers, try using the mental cue, stay low. Pretend that you are jumping up onto the barrier with the intent of landing on your lead leg in a crouch position, keeping your weight as low as possible. This low weight feeling is the same as in the water jump. Try doing this a few times to reinforce the motor learning skills required for a successful jump. Then, keeping your weight low and your approach velocity the same, imagine that your lead foot just barely overshoots the barrier. From here, you'll have a basic hurdle form to work with. Once you've got your weight over the barrier, all that's left is getting down. Most beginning steeplechasers make the mistake of jumping up off the barrier. Instead, try to push your body forward. Think of directing your momentum slightly downward, so you actually end up going forward. The primary goal is to maintain as much forward momentum as possible. A good rule of thumb is to land with one foot in the water and to have the following step be back on dry land. Through practice, you can learn your body's natural movements and improve your motor control over the water jump. And finally, remind yourself to be aggressive. In practice, it is important to break down the steeplechase into its individual components and basic skills. However, once you're in a race, you won't have time to think of more than just a few simple concepts. If your mind is telling you to just get over and continue running as fast as possible, your body will follow and put to use what it has learned in practice.
And I bleed when I fall down. I'm only human. And I crash and I break down. Your words in my head, knives in my heart. You build me up and then I fall apart. 'Cause I'm only human.
I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly.